Hey buddies, welcome to Video Games Awesome Live with E3 2015, watching the perpetual Ben Kinsey new movie I've never even heard of trailer because we're watching the Twitch stream. We're watching on Twitch.
Yeah.
And that's their advertising that they put in between. Twitch says powered by Twitch this year.
Yep.
What the hell are they showing this? What is this? What's Twitch advertising? Is this broadcasting software for Twitch?
Looks like it.
What is that? Share your moment of glory. Live to Twitch. Live streaming with the touch of a finger. Live.
Air?
Oh, it's a Teradek thing. That's their other thing that they're So they're Teradek's apparently getting into the. Wait a minute. Oh fuck, Teradek! Holy shit!
Is that the
That's
company
actually a
we were
big fucking
talking
deal.
about? Or is that the company we were talking to?
No.
Okay.
No. Teradek is a professional video streaming company.
Oh,
like,
really?
Teradek has always been a part of like CES.
Oh.
I knew I'd heard the name before, and I'd been seeing it in the bottom right of Twitch's coverage.
Yeah.
Teradek.
I was waiting for that.
Teradek's pro. Like like I use Blackmagic cards, and Blackmagic to date has just kind of ignored the gaming industry, even though a lot of professional streamers like myself use them.
Yeah.
A lot of people use consumer cards because they don't need anything special, they just need the gameplay. But when you want a more professional setup, like something that has a lot of feeds coming in,
Yeah.
you need like something professional like Blackmagic. Teradek also does stuff like that, but they've been like even higher end than Blackmagic.
Really?
So this is crazy because Teradek has apparently leapfrogged down like opposite way to actually offer presumably a more consumer product than they've ever even come close to before.
Wow.
I want to learn more about that. That's funny that their advertising just debuted something new to me. This is why advertisements aren't bad.
Yeah.
They always say like I fucking hate ads online. I block all of them. It's like what about when they're relevant? Anyways,
Case in point.
that was really interesting. I use a Blackmagic Intensity Pro. I also use a Blackmagic Ultra Studio 3D, which isn't on. They don't sell it anymore.
They don't know anything. I use scissors and sewing machines.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, we're about to watch EA's company thing.
Yep.
I just wanted to say why I got on that topic was Twitch. We're watching through Twitch because Twitch is allowing restreaming them this year without any issues because they shut us down a few years ago when we did it. It was like our third year in a row doing it that year that we got shut down, and then
That
it
was
like
so confusing.
it was so confusing. And then 3 years later, we get it back again. 2 years later, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, YouTube has been streaming, and apparently right after the Microsoft conference. By the way, you're listening to She Music. This is a song called Axiom by She. Right after the Microsoft conference, YouTube had an exclusive trailer of the next Phantom Pain trailer. So it's kind of annoying when companies give exclusives to the broadcasters because when it's a part of an official conference, then everybody can watch it. But like, we don't have permission to restream the YouTube. Jeff Keighley is apparently putting on a good show. That's good. But we don't have permission to restream that. And it's too bad because that would be kind of fun to watch. The Phantom Pain trailer was good. So yeah, we're gonna have to watch the Phantom Pain trailer as a part of our main E3 show so that we can watch it as a trailer, not as a part of YouTube's coverage.
Right, yeah.
And like I said, like the only reason I'm showing this on screen, I don't like showing other outlets' coverage because that's covering coverage, not covering conference.
Yeah.
We're only doing this because they basically gave the blessing, and I'm just leaving it up as, you know, something to sit there.
And we're talking over it.
We're talking over. I'm not gonna watch them cover things.
What are your predictions for EA?
Predictions for EA. So I said a little bit in the little announcement video. I
One
said
thing
BioShock.
Oh.
When we were doing the announcement video.
I mean,
I said because I was thinking BioWare in my head,
Yeah.
and so what I'm expecting is Mass
Effect.
Yeah, I'm hoping for Mass
Yeah.
Effect news. We'll see a little bit
more
more.
Mass Effect.
I still think
They
Mass
kinda
Effect is
teased
like
it last year.
2016 or maybe even 2017. So I
Really?
feel like we're gonna see like maybe a debut trailer, but I don't think we'll see any gameplay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say? You're
Just
gonna
the
say something
same
about
thing.
me before.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna say the BioWare, Bioshock.
Yeah,
Expecting
yeah.
Mass Effect, more Mass Effect to be coming.
Every time I try to say Bioshock, I always say BioWare too. It's
I
really
hear
annoying.
I know what you mean. So
Yeah.
I hear what
Mirror's Edge, I think everybody knew that was coming.
Madden.
Madden
I'm
NFL.
sure they'll cover
So
Madden,
there's gonna be.
hockey,
Here's what I want to
football.
see:
Well, more football.
more arcadey experiences from EA. As time has gone on, and as video game systems have become more robust and able to do more things, like sports video games have become more and more simulators as opposed to video games, and I want to see them like bring us back to the days of like, even though like if you go back to like NHL like '95, that game back then they probably thought they were trying to give you an authentic hockey experience, but if you played it today, it'd be like, this is the greatest hockey arcade game.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like it can't be real back then.
Uh-huh.
So in a way, I want them to like bring it back a little bit, because yeah, you've gone to the point of like as realistic as you think you can go, even though I still think it doesn't look realistic. I think it looks kind of lame, but
I think they're just gonna keep going the direction that
it'd be nice if they kind of
always been going.
we saw some, based on what we saw at last year's E3, it looked as though they were starting to get towards both modes, like that there was a way to jump in and play for anybody, but that they had like layers of like control.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see them do that, like make it a bit more like on the surface, something that can be played like an arcade game with depth, with layers of depth.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see that from them this year. And specifically, to stop marketing, no, this won't happen, but my wish list is to stop fucking marketing to the bros of the sports game and try to get everybody excited about sports games.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that, like, you like sports, and I like some sports, but the way EA talks about sports doesn't get me excited. There's something about the way they present them to me that just feels like they're appealing to the bros of sports. It's just like video games. There's bro gamers, and then there's gamers. And in sports, there's bro sports fans, and there's sports fans.
Yeah.
And I feel like EA, not only do they cover the sports games, which makes a lot of gamers groan, but they cover the sports in a way that I think it makes a lot of sports fans groan.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So,
People want roster updates. Like, if they did go back to the, like, arcadey...
There's no reason why you can't still have roster updates with an arcadey concept.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
You can still be robust and still be approachable.
I honestly don't see them putting that much effort into it.
Well, to be honest, the Madden game we played on the show was actually kind of surprisingly approachable. It was surprisingly playable as a jump-in effort. So I hope they continue with that. Does anybody know who she is, by the way? I know a lot of the people on stage at Twitch, but I don't know who she is. Swifter up there. Actually, don't know who he is either.
No, and then Marcus. Never seen it before.
What were you gonna say? You were gonna say something.
Mirror's Edge. I think they kind of teased that last year, right?
Oh yeah, definitely Mirror's Edge. There's no question.
It feels like EA is so template, so they'll hype something up, and then they'll do a sports game, and then they'll do maybe some Mass Effect, and then a sports game, and then some Mirror's Edge, and then a sports game.
That template actually came out last year. Before that, in previous years, they were criticized because they did like a couple cool things and then an hour of sports.
I actually do remember that.
And so they kind of, I think, learned something from 2 years ago with last year's conference. Even though last year's conference was still boring, it was better than the year before.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh, Battlefront, I also predicted. But yeah, like everybody's expecting that as well. It's a given.
A wrestling game?
Does EA do the wrestling games?
I don't know.
I thought that was 2K. I think 2K only does it. And unless, I mean, I don't know what the state of wrestling is right now. Does WWE have a competitor?
That was 2K?
And I think, 2K does WWE, and I don't think that there is any competitor to WWE, is there? WWE is no competition, so Yeah, there will be UFC, and unfortunately you're gonna get the head of UFC up there acting like the biggest fucking bro of all time. That guy is so nauseating. The bald guy. So the EA conference starts in 4 minutes. And SimCity? I think it might be a while before we hear from SimCity again. Yeah, Dana White. I respect him as a business guy. He really fucking made the MMA what it is today, or UFC. And he sure does look like a guy who like does it, lives and breathes it nonstop. But man, do I hate listening to him talk. Ugh.
Dragon Inquisition DLC, maybe?
Nah. Yeah, maybe like for like a snippet trailer. I don't think they'll take up too much time doing something like that though. Sims might have some tension. And we might see some gameplay for Garden Warfare 2.
Oh, yeah.
Titanfall 2 came. Titanfall was EA? No.
They talked about Titanfall last year.
That was Microsoft.
But I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
Titanfall is.
It was.
What? I thought Titanfall was first party Microsoft. I thought it. Really? Shit. Why did I think Titanfall was. So you remember EA specifically talking about Titanfall last year?
I do, because I just rewatched our stream.
Oh.
That's why I'm able to contribute here.
And then, of course, they're going to have Battlefield.
Okay.
The next numbered release potentially for Battlefield. Do you think maybe they'll tease like an early trailer of like, I don't know, Battlefield 5, right? Because Battlefield Cops and Robbers was like more of a point release. It wasn't an expansion, but it wasn't Battlefield 5 either. So.
Yep, 5.
So 5 might be shown, or at least a CG trailer to hype it.
Sorry, a teaser for BioWare's new secret IP. Last year again, they kind of talked about how there was a new IP. It was kind of a muddied message because it was when they were talking about Mass Effect.
Really?
Yeah. And then there was just like a little like new IP, but it was still Mass Effect coverage.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't remember that. So did you watch all the conferences? When did you find the time for that?
Just now I watched the EA conference.
Oh, you like skipped through it?
Yeah.
Or you watched the whole thing?
I skipped through it.
Oh. Becky's always doing research when I don't know she's doing it.
Yeah, you think I just vacuum and fucking...
Make me pizza.
Yeah. You don't even know, man. The secret project was canned?
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I guess you can't sleep this time, eh?
Can I have some Coke?
Sure.
And see, this is what we're doing here and what they're doing there is what a pre-show is often before a press conference starts.
Yeah.
Which once again is why I didn't expect any kind of Nintendo announcement during this kind of slot. Unfair. And that was funny. Whatever just happened between her and Swifter.
Anna Prosser.
Swifter is such a friendly guy.
He's
If you ever see him on a show floor, say hi to him. He'll give you a great big smile and totally give you time.
And he'll nod a lot.
He'll nod a lot. He'll be very amiable. We've had some good little talks with him. He's cool. It's funny meeting these guys through the Twitch, but that's what the Twitch booth affords, is when you go to the PAX, you go in there, you get introduced by other people that you met to new people, and nobody's seen each other's show.
Yeah,
a lot of people have never seen each other's show, and you meet these people, and then you go and see their show, and you see that they're huge and stuff.
And then you can go back the next day and be like,
dude, I watched your stuff. Yeah, because you go back to.
So many times.
It happens
with
often,
us.
yeah. And we'll go back and we'll see them and be like, yeah, I looked up some of your stuff too. Good stuff.
Yeah.
it's really funny getting to know them as people before knowing what they do.
Yeah. He had actually watched some of our stuff that morning.
That's hilarious.
With one of his friends.
Yeah, I'm touch and go with Twitch when, you know, I talk about the good and the bad that they do, but one of the best things they do is that gathering space at PAXs.
Definitely.
It's very cool. Is this EA? Did they just start it? I think they did. Whoa. Oh, what is going on?
I don't know. Are you in love?
Is this Cash? This is Cash.
Might be. It sounds.
I gotta be careful then. I'm gonna talk all over it. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Are we looking at Kinect integration?
Oh, it looks like it.
Did we do an entire Microsoft?
Is this actually Canyon Arrow? This is
it?
not. I feel like it could go into it.
Did we do a whole Microsoft conference with no Kinect and then EA will be all Kinect because they didn't get the memo? They're like, oh fuck, you fucked us, Microsoft!
Ghost Riders in the Sky is the name of the song.
Alright. Definitely flaggable, so I'm just turning it
Definitely
down
Mass
a little
Effect,
bit.
right?
But yeah! Woo! It was hard to know whether it was or not because of all that
At the
footage.
beginning.
Oh! Oh!
Holy shit balls.
Sweet.
Andromeda. Holiday 2016. You basically guessed it.
Awesome. Wow.
Mass Effect Andromeda from our storytelling.
I fixed the peaking, I think. Here, we'll
Welcome
test it.
everyone to
Yeah!
Shrine Expo Hall
Did it peak
in
that
Los
time?
Angeles. Thanks to those of you watching on our live stream, and thanks to our audience here with us today.
Okay.
We're joined by players from our community, journalists from around the world, and our colleagues and partners from our great industry. This year, we're also excited to be hosting more than 300
that was cool way to intro.
high school and university
But I think that's all we're
students
gonna see.
from across Greater Los Angeles.
Maybe.
I think that, I also predicted that it was going to be a tiny little trailer.
Yeah.
Welcome. I hope we can inspire and entertain you with what you see here today. This
that what you
is
wanted?
going to be an action-packed show, chock full of new games you'll be able to play either this year or next. Play. Let's talk about that for just a moment. It's a simple idea. We think
He is the douchiest
place
looking.
where we all make time to play.
What?
For
His
us
suit's
at
not
EA,
awful.
our
His suit's
passion
actually good.
for play is what inspires us to get up in the morning. It's what focuses us. We live to play.
But yeah, he
and it
does come
drives
across
us
as
to
the
our very
douchiest
best
of most
to
of the
create next
CEOs. I don't know
amazing
what it
experience.
is. It's something about his
To immerse
face.
you in new worlds, to imagine new characters
can't
that will
help his
draw on
face.
your emotions, to transport you into adventures that capture your imagination. Play is our shared passion. It's what connects us with all of you. So here we go. More
Sports!
than a dozen new experiences to share, and here's a little
Hurry
taste.
up,
like
it's
Over
sports!
the next few minutes,
Becky
you'll see
likes
3
sports.
original IPs,
Yeah.
including one
3 original
that I
IPs.
promise is unlike anything you're expecting. Later, we have a special guest, a living legend from the world of sport.
Russell Martin!
Mirror's Edge.
I don't know. It's our favorite sports guy right
first
now.
look. And of
Can you
course,
tuck in the green screen a bit more? Just pull it.
and of course,
There you go.
Star Wars. It's the year.
That's a terrible sound.
It's the year of Star Wars here at EA with games for console, PC, and
I'm
mobile.
switching it up. I'm trying
We
out
have
new
news
sounds.
on each of them today, including, of course, our grand finale, Star Wars Battlefront.
I tried to stop him.
I'll leave you with a couple of final thoughts.
My cat just went
Players
wild.
continues to be our focus in Electronic Arts. It's a commitment that inspires
I'm getting revenge for
everything
the
you're gonna
sound
see here today.
shit earlier.
Yeah,
More
that's
games
what
to
you
play,
get.
brought
That's
to
what you
life
get for
by
turning it up.
Teams pioneering new ideas with cutting-edge new technology. More ways to play driven
Boo.
by what we learn each day through our conversations with you.
Boo.
Thank you.
Yay!
You make us better.
Boo! Boo!
Let's get into reaction.
fucking annoying.
Someone who loves
You imagine
cars,
being there
I can
booing
tell
at that?
you
He says
this
that. He's
song
like,
is
thank you for
so
making us better.
But enough from
Boo.
me. Check out the return of Need for Speed.
What do we got here?
Can drive you, push you to the edge, and
You'll
around
never get
here,
your press
They
back.
will inspire you.
Wow, their compression is way better than Microsoft's.
Oh,
Holy
yes.
fuck.
That was all that matters.
This looks good.
Yeah.
I might actually be able to tell how good it is now.
Perfection.
So we're starting
this
with,
Forza?
Always push the limit.
well, Forza's,
Or crave the
is
thrill
Forza
of
EA?
I actually don't know.
No. EA has Need
Need
for
for
Speed.
Speed.
Yeah.
do it for
Oh,
the
this is Need for
reputation.
Speed Nights or
How you
something,
drive,
or
it's up
it's
to
the
you.
new. Alright. Geez, flaggable music that's not
Yeah.
even good sounding. Let's take that out all the way.
It's already been caught, I
Yeah,
bet.
probably. Brum, brum. Jumping
Will
brum.
they remember you?
Speed for
Brum, brum.
speed.
Brum, brum, brum. Brum, brum, brum.
It doesn't have a title besides Need for Speed.
Like, I think there's been 10 Need for Speeds now.
Need for
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah, probably.
Inspired by
Fuck
some
it.
of the most, beloved games
They
in
just
the
had a
series.
Oh,
reboot.
reboot?
They just had a reboot.
Found to the world of
Oh.
carbon.
Need for Speed came out
From
in
the
2010
narrative
called
style of
just
Most
Need for
Wanted to the
Speed.
innovation and visuals of Rivals. We are bringing 20 years of history together for the definitive Need for Speed experience. So, welcome to Ventura Bay.
They're rebooting the reboot.
Real-world icons who are the heroes of today's car culture. Build reputation and
Because this will be the
respect for your
third
journey to
Need for
become
Speed,
the
just
ultimate
Need for Speed
icon.
game.
From dusk to dawn, discover a rich open world.
So if they're not gonna
environment
do it, I'm gonna
of
do
the
it. This is Need for
twice
Speed
size
2016.
rivals And drive the sweeping hillside
Yeah.
roads to the police-infested urban districts with
Oh, that was
city
Need for Speed
corners.
Hot
You
Pursuit.
can
So there's been
explore
2
it,
Need for
Oh,
Speed
okay.
Hot Pursuits
and own it.
and 2 Need for Speeds. Which is funny because the reboot of Need for Speed came before the reboot of.
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit came before.
I
I love Need for Speed. Do you think I'll love this?
But how do
No.
you make it your own?
Oh.
By delivering the richest
And you don't love
customization
it.
ever
You just
I
like
loved
it.
it.
You like the old ones.
Old-
You loved the old ones,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're
We've
right,
played the new
built
ones.
with a
They're
Yeah, I know.
authentic aftermarket brand,
likable, but not
performance
lovable.
tuning, and personalized car handling. This is the customization our
So-
fans have been asking for.
Is this by
And
the
when you're
Burnout
behind the
team
wheel,
as well,
you're
or
gonna
is
need a new
Burnout
content
team
narrative
specific? Is
that
this
will
like a
through
Black
your
Ops
experience.
Modern Warfare thing where it's 2 separate teams? Like, is this a separate team doing the Need for Speed and then another team does Hot Pursuit? The Burnout guys are working on new IP. I forgot about that, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they showed that last year.
Sliding, jumping, dancing your car across the
What did
fully
that
open
new
world
IP
in a
look like?
cloud
And I'm
of
just
smoke.
talking over this because who gives a shit? He's just
The
saying shit
never-ending
about.
search for your perfection in how your car
It's
looks,
the same shit they always say.
and drives. Crew, blasting through the streets with your friends, inches away from wiping each other out. And finally, Outlaw. The thrill of the chase and the chaos that
It was
brings.
Extreme Sports.
All
Extreme
combined
Sports,
to
yeah,
create
Skydive, they had
the
everything
perfect
going
Need
on.
for Speed moment.
Okay.
Driving insanely fast.
Did you ever play
sliding
Underground?
through a corner in your customized
I don't know,
ride
maybe.
Alongside your friends
I don't know.
while being chased by cops.
I don't know. This looks
You
like they're
spend
gonna do.
life
It's
where
gonna
you
be like the
switch between
Crew.
them to become the ultimate icon. And when you do, you'll earn the respect and the recognition you deserve.
It feels as though
Coming
with
November 3rd,
like that car
this
games
is
started
the
to take a
new
real
Need
downturn
Speed.
once Grand Theft Auto went like big, you know?
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
I saw Nakasan work a build once. It took him 4 hours just to fit one wide body flare. Folks came and left. An artistic mind grows bored with perfection.
This is in game,
Nakasan
so they're gonna have cinematics.
was a single
Oh, Becky, you think
person.
that's graphics?
No.
Okay,
No.
I thought you were like looking at it like all impressed.
No.
Don't worry. Okay.
Becky had this look on her face like, these graphics are amazing. Oh, this is a flaggable song.
I think that this whole thing is
Yeah, the whole thing's
we're
gonna be full of
screwed already.
stuff. Oh wait a minute, wait.
What?
So even though that was real life people, they went right into
directly.
game graphics. That was actually pretty seamless and cool. They used actual actors. That was obviously actors. That wasn't CG people. It was way too good.
They're gonna do that in the game though, do you think?
No, they said pre-alpha footage. I think that they somehow came up with a cool way to like transition.
Oh.
They just came up with a nice seamless way to transition from, yeah, it's like green screen, but more than green screen because it was like a virtual set type thing going on. Because that takes more than green screen to do that. Pre-alpha could also mean bullshit to fool you. Yeah, that could be like just a simulation of what they... It was green screen motion tracking, or I mean, yeah. But that was cool if they do something like that where anytime I see real life acting in a game, I think Sega CD.
Yeah,
And that's what gets me excited.
Too.
Yeah, it's like Sega CD. We should start doing shows on those old games because it had a real.
Oh my
even
god.
though it was crap, it had like a romantic aspect to it. Like,
Yeah.
this looks pretty good.
We don't have time to keep up on current games.
And you'll notice I'm talking over all this stuff a little bit more than the previous things because really, what are they showing us that's new? They're just. It's another racing game. It's another Need for Speed game.
Yeah.
Why is he doing this?
I don't know. It makes it hard to focus on what you can actually see. What's actually going on.
This compression on this stream is awesome. This is high action and it's still holding up.
We're gonna get locked in.
It does look like really good graphics. Like really good.
Yeah. Oh, it was a drift attack. So
Oh, okay.
That's why.
So this is also pre-alpha, so you do have to wonder if these will be downgraded.
Yeah.
If it's not downgraded, then, you know, this is kind of what I expected from this generation of hardware. This is the type of beautiful shit. But this could also easily be their best foot forward.
Uh-huh.
Is this going to be consoles only, or does Need for Speed get released on
Consider yourself
PCs?
noticed. We'll be in touch.
And PC.
And PC. So that also could have been like ultimate hardware as well.
True. BioWare.
Wait, BioWare's working on Old Republic? I didn't even know that.
Offers RPG gamers
BioWare
the
Austin.
chance to step into the center of their own Star Wars saga. So if you love Star Wars and want a deep experience,
What if I
then
just
start
like
playing
Star
now and
Wars?
Get ready, because something new is on the way. Our fans have told us exactly what they want in the future.
Can
More
somebody
story,
boot up the Twitch
BioWare-style story,
stream
player-driven
separately
art
and
where
tell me if
choices
all that
matter.
glitching is happening on
We've been
theirs?
listening.
Or should I
Today,
refresh this
I'm
stream?
proud to announce that we are taking Star Wars The Old Republic back to the roots of BioWare-style storytelling.
Oh, it's an MMO?
With the release of our new expansion, Knights of the Fallen Empire. This is your story, your way.
Well, it
and it's
stopped
coming
glitching now, so
October
it might be
27th,
hard for you to
2015.
test.
Knights of the Fallen Empire puts you in the center of the battle against a dangerous new enemy faction. You will choose your path. You will join or betray companions old and new, and you will make choices that will shape the fate of the entire galaxy, as well as your own. The expansion will deliver on the hallmarks of what makes a great BioWare game. New worlds to explore, new companions to recruit, and a dynamic story that players will be able to shape based on the choices they make. And in appreciation of our players' support over the years, Knights of the Fallen Empire will be free to all of our subscribers. I'll leave you with a first look at the story of Knights of the
Well,
Fallen Empire.
we're gonna see a good CG trailer for a game that none of us will play.
Some of them said that they liked
Okay.
the Old Republic.
It's an MMO, so
If he is willing to
a
sacrifice.
lot of people said that it was good, but it's still an MMO. Grinding. So who are these kids? It's a story of twins. United by ambition. Crystals! Yeah, that's how lightsabers work. It's a crystal
I
inside.
never knew that for real.
They're inventor kids?
Whoa, really? They made those?
Are they evil kids?
Well, one's evil, one's good. Black and
Is
white.
that what's going on?
I'm just guessing. Well, guys, are you showing too much?
The good one dies.
Yeah. And then the evil one becomes Darth Vader.
You're right.
Am I?
No.
Oh.
Hey, she's... I don't know if she's an existing character or not. Oh, he comes back, except he becomes cyborg. Then he becomes evil because he's Robot Man now.
Uh-oh.
You weren't expecting the white one to become evil, were ya?
No, sir.
And brothers
Obviously,
must fight
they're gonna
brothers.
fight. Obviously.
See, that looks all cool and shit, but then you go to play and it's like 100 people running around, and little tiny guys in big atmospheres, and it looks spacious and
new
gross.
expansion
And
from BioWare, and the first Star Wars game we will show you today. Star Wars Battlefront
tons of text
comes a
on the
little
screen
later,
and
but
stats.
There's a lot
And
more to get to first. Across EA Studios, we are all creators. It's a role we take very seriously, to imagine, build, and deliver the experiences that will inspire and amaze all of you as players. For us, players first take on a very special meaning. It all starts with gameplay. Whether it's a blockbuster franchise or something entirely fresh and new, it all comes back
it's
to
like they
how
need a
well it
disclaimer that says
actually
imagination
plays.
required.
But it's not just up to us.
And then 20 people use their special ability all at once, and then all you see is like, red and green and blue all flashing and stuff.
Sounds pretty.
Have you seen big MMO battles? That's all it looks like. It's so muddy and like...
I don't think I have. Well, I guess I have a pack.
Well, you've no doubt watched the Leroy Jenkins clip, right? The fight happening in that's like classic MMO battle. The way it looks. It's just chaos. Nobody really knows what's going on because you're only paying attention to your character.
We have for play drives creativity in all our games.
The best part is when like you do you see a bunch of people like trying to defeat a big boss, and then like it's like a full 30 seconons after the boss has died that everybody stops using their abilities because they realize that he's dead, because all they've been doing is just slinging abilities.
Yeah.
And then everybody realizes, oh, we defeated him.
It's an experience that is emotional and deeply creative, centered on a tiny character with a huge heart. This is Unravel.
So they're not going to show us gameplay of Battlefront, so I won't even be like pleasantly surprised.
This is the shit that was all over our yard.
So is this a new... Okay, is this a new IP that they were talking about?
I don't know, you're talking.
Looks cute. He says this is Unraveled. Unravel. Oh. Okay. Are we going to see anything
I
from
think
it?
so. They're introducing the creative director.
And that is Yarny. And I'm going to tell you all about that in a moment. But let me first just say that it feels so great to be here on this stage. I'm just so happy to finally be here and get to show you all this game that we made. This little thing called Unravel.
Boo.
I'm the creative director at Coldwood. We're a little studio made up of 14 people from Umeå.
Boo.
Do you feel bad now?
I think that games
Now,
are really
I'll be the heel.
powerful things. They have the ability to grab you and move you in a way that few other art forms can. And that gives us as game makers a certain responsibility, I think. We should try to do more than to just entertain. And Unravel was created in that spirit. It was born out of the need to make something more personal.
Norway in the house.
It's a puzzle platformer where you play as a little character made of yarn, which unravels as you move. And the yarn, it represents love and the bonds that we make. And it unravels because that's what happens when we're separated from what we love.
Go
In
stronger.
this game, You are the red thread that runs through someone's life, trying to tie all their missing pieces back together. Now, I did most of this design while I was on a camping trip with my family, way out in the countryside.
I lost 3 of my kids on that trip. I felt unraveled.
Tools to work with out there, so I figured I could just kind of like act out the gameplay, and that's how Yarny came to be. And I actually brought him with me.
Oh my God, he's shaking.
I
Oh, that's
know.
cute. Those are crazy tats, brah.
It's illegal to tattoo your hands here,
No.
I think.
I created this little doll with some old metal wire that I found and some.
Okay,
yarn.
this is adorable.
He made
And then
it.
just, like, I wandered around in the woods. I was putting yarn in different situations and snapping pictures and figuring out fun ways that you could use your yarn. And
Feel bad for what? We
I
were
wanted to
only
feel just like that
teasing
too.
earlier.
Like it's an exploration. It's a quest where you have to be clever and creative to find the proper path. And the game is centered on Yarny. This little character was on a big journey and accomplishing big things despite being so small. The gameplay is all physics-based. You have to find the way forward and overcome all these obstacles that you'll come across.
Is that
And those problems
underwater?
can have simple solutions, like using your yarn to swing across a gap, or sometimes things might get more complex. So when you look back at that tangled and winding weave of yarn left behind you, you have to stop and wonder how you ever got there. It's kind of like life. I mean, I certainly didn't see myself standing here today back when I was playing with Yarny out in the woods 2 summers ago.
Boo!
Here I am, and I am really.
See how much
really
fun it
happy I
is?
finally get to share
No.
this game with you all.
That's not fun times. This is fun times.
Thank you.
You
Unravel
hug,
means
not
a lot
heckle.
to us at Colby. we put our hearts into this, and we hope that when you play it, you will feel that. So, thank you, and enjoy.
Well, that was pretty adorable. Oh, they are going to show us gameplay. Oh, cool.
Ooh, fun.
He doesn't seem to be losing too much yarn. Like he's not getting too much smaller or anything.
Yeah.
She reminds me of that game we were watching with the little mouse who was running from the rat.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Neat. Huh. Didn't expect to see something like this from EA.
No.
Every studio's
No,
kind
not
of
at all.
dabbling in indie-like titles now. Aww. Is he sad? He is. Nice. Holy shit.
That's fucking
Look at the
cool.
water.
Yeah.
Some aspects of this are gorgeous, like graphically.
Yeah. Oh, and a team of 14.
And that's not to mention the production design in general. Like the whole thing looks beautiful. But
Yeah.
the shallow depth of field and the amount of detail in the grass and stuff, without a hint of aliasing, like that is
Yeah.
beautiful. That is like the perfect example of. Oh God! Fuck you guys. That's the perfect example. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my God! All right.
man.
Way to
It's
the
cute that you're
danger
still
zone.
trying.
I might get lucky and not get flagged. The danger zone. How long is this
All
gonna
right,
go
Archer.
on?
It'll
Come
go
on.
on forever and
Come
ever.
on.
Oh,
All right.
dear.
You're drunk.
Oh my God.
Go home. All right. Come on.
Oh no.
Terrible transition, EA. Yeah, that was jarring at
You can't
best.
take zombies anywhere. Go big, go crazy, have fun. This is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. When we released Garden Warfare in 2014, it quickly became a runaway hit. From people
Everybody
like
wants
me
the
who played
Pego
game
guy
with their
back.
kids, to the most competitive of gamers. Over
Remember
6
Pego
million
guy last
players
year?
fell in love with this
He
shooter.
jumped in the air, remember?
Yeah.
Now, in Garden Warfare 2,
Dr. Zomboss, the evil genius leader of the zombies, has finally discovered a way to turn the tide of battle and take suburbia from the plants. We put you in an all-new world where for the
That was
first
probably
time
him in the
franchise
costume.
history, the plants are on the attack. Now, joining you in this new
Fucking
world
weird
are
little
6
thing.
crazy new character classes from the past, the present, and the future.
So this is
Each
also
armed
a
with
team-based
outrageous weapons and abilities that will introduce a new
class,
strategic
hero
layer of
shooter,
depth to your
or
battles.
whatever you want to call it.
Now, here to give you your very first
This is
look with a live
ridiculous.
gameplay demo.
How many
How
there
many
are?
there are
Duncan,
coming
creative director
all at
Justin Weeb,
once.
and members of the Garden Warfare 2 development team. Guys,
Because Plants vs. Zombies, the first one
Hello,
that we have,
and
Garden
welcome
Warfare,
to Z-Tech Industries.
didn't quite seem like that. It looked like
Today we're
you're
getting
just
our
Plants
first
vs.
look
Zombies,
at a
but this
brand
looks like
new
they're...
map, Zomboss Factory, built by Dr. Zomboss as part of his ongoing war effort.
It's hard to speak without having played the other one.
Yeah.
It was like that?
Is
Okay.
not
I didn't even
gonna
know
be an
that.
ordinary day.
Will TF2 survive? Well, I don't know. Classic.
It's time to defend the factory. We're going to live gameplay of our new 4-player zombie co-op mode, Graveyard Ops. Our first new class is the Imp.
Funny thing is, most of these team-based shooters have been third person that are coming.
Really?
Battleborn and all those, and I think Gigantic, they're all third person based, unlike TF2. Overwatch has the option of third person / first.
Okay.
The Imp is the smallest, fastest, and possibly craziest zombie in the game.
Which tells me that they're just hoping for more of a console compatible experience. So without knowing how the game works, I don't really know the significance of this class. Oh my god. One of his abilities is just spinning in a circle
Swirling.
on one foot, shooting his
New
guns.
melee class.
Yeah, are the plants the bad guys now, or is it just...
No, it's just your team.
Team
Yeah, it doesn't
versus-
matter, I think. Because this guy's playing as...
He's a zombie.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think it depends. Yeah, this isn't PvP.
No, it's co-op.
This is a cooperative mode.
Yeah. 4-player co-op.
But Plants vs. Zombies can have...
Horde mode PvP. PvE.
But Plants vs. Zombies can have PvP, right? Because you guys just told me that it's... The first Plants vs. Zombies was like the other ones. They're like team-based shooters. Okay, yes. Okay, good.
That looked rigged.
Scripted?
Looks like the Imp is going to need something just a little bit bigger.
So you can call in like a mech. The way, oh. That one zombie rides a cannon like it's a bucking like thing in a bar, you know those things?
Oh, really?
He's like, and he's shooting the cannon between his legs.
Awesome teamwork, everyone. It's time to evacuate.
Oh man, these graphics are like really cool. Like, it's a game that doesn't need insane graphical prowess, and
Yeah,
yet
it's
when
true.
you apply it, it's such a shiny little extra that just looks so good. It's the little
It
things
is
like
quite pretty.
the glint off of certain materials and like
The extra content they have just on the walls and on the floor.
so much of it's in the lighting.
Okay, let's get out of here. Eject! Eject!
So only one of them, it's still alive.
I want to play as that guy.
He's kind of like a rabbit too.
Oh, yeah. I want to be that creature.
Oh, I'm glad you're not. I think you're beautiful as you are.
If you asked me if I would trade places with him, I would.
Would you trade places with him?
I'd become a pervert and just run around as him. Like,
How fun does that look?
Aw,
Graveyard
no
Ops,
clap
our
for
zombie
that.
co-op mode,
boo!
How fun does that look?
was our #1 most
Boo!
favorite feature. Now, a close second was the ability to play the game single player. Now, in Garden Warfare 2, you can play multiplayer with or against your friends. And for the very first time, we are introducing a unique solo play experience, where you can play every single game mode by yourself against AI, or with the help of a friend via local split screen.
Cool.
This,
You
combined
like
with
that?
other surprises, will offer a new twist in how you experience this universe. Now, your feedback has played a major role in the development of Garden Warfare 2.
Good to see. Some
So
split
as a thank
screen.
you,
Mm-hmm.
we're giving all players of the original Garden Warfare the ability to transfer almost all of their unlocked characters directly to
So the
Garden
original Garden
2
Warfare
right from
didn't
launch.
have any split
We
screen
think
at
this
all?
is an awesome way to kickstart this all-new adventure with
thought it
your
did.
favorite plants and zombies.
Huh.
Now, Garden Warfare 2 will launch in spring 2016, but this is just...
Hey,
It did.
Draconic's here today.
It did.
We feel
And
that if you
yesterday,
invest
too.
your
Oh, is he? I
time
didn't see
in
him.
our game, that we should invest in you with free content updates. We will
Boo!
continue to deliver
Free!
content and
Boo!
updates long after launch to ensure that Zomburbia stays action-packed.
I can't contribute
Now,
to
we're
that.
working really, really hard to make sure that the world of Garden Warfare is crazy, hilarious, and most of all, fun to play. We thank you for all the input you've given us, and we cannot wait for you to get your hands on this all-new Plants vs. Zombies game. So thank you, and I'll see you in Zomburbia.
What, my money's not good for you? Good enough for you? It looks
I like
so
the mix of
stupid.
history in
Yeah,
it.
very accurate history representations of real life locations. Oh, they're showing a bit of plant gameplay here now too. So that was the split screen?
Yep.
It didn't look like they made much graphical sacrifices for the split either. Sports!
But they started with the
Sports?
Leafs. Why would they
Was that
start with the
Leafs?
Leafs?
Are you serious? They showed the
They're
Leafs?
the worst team. I think it was.
Not in this league. Not in any league.
Canucks.
All that matters is what we do with these next 20 minutes. So ask yourself, what makes a team great? Is it talent
It's not being the
or is
Leafs.
it teamwork?
That's what makes a
Doing
team
whatever it takes
great.
to win. Not for
Sorry, Leafs
yourself,
fans.
but for the man
I'm
next
really
to you.
sorry.
That's what separates us from them. Winners from losers. It's been a long,
Wait,
hard
what separates
season,
them?
But here we are.
Shit. I wish I had known. I would have passed it on to the Leafs and let them
Play the
know.
next 20 minutes.
Boo!
Boys!
Leave the ice.
Boo! Wait, is that the Leafs there? Why did they show the Leafs celebrating? What are they celebrating?
I think like they
They didn't win a single game.
they might have won a game.
Did they win a game? I'm not sure if they won a game.
These fans are a myth.
You wouldn't know it since they sell out the fucking stadium every fucking game. This looks underwhelming. Still don't understand how, like, Garden Warfare can look so good, but this is so lame.
I know.
It's just a closed
The crowds
arena.
looked a bit better this year.
Ugh.
is at the heart
I
of
couldn't
hockey,
even, I
and
don't know, I was
this
just
year is
looking
at
for the
heart of
Canucks.
NHL
I want
16.
like
That's why
But
people
nowhere
will buy
is
it.
that more true than in our
NHL,
all-new
huge
EA
NHL
Sports Hockey
fans.
League for the ultimate
I want
in-team competition.
uncanny valley
This
level
year we
of
spent more time
detail
listening
on the
and working
fucking
with
players.
fans than ever before.
I guess the
And that
crowd looked
feedback
better.
is
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
still not great, but
throughout NHL 16.
Yeah, the crowd looks pretty good.
Today,
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about great things happening across EA Sports, so let's keep going with that theme of innovation. On July the 14th, Rory McIlroy PGA Tour launches as the first
Here's an
EA
authentic
Sports
boo.
game built
Boo!
using engine, opening up
Like, come
the golf
on.
experience.
Fucking golf.
With the
God damn.
ability to stream full courses, players will
Except
truly
golf
be able to
games
play
are
the ball
amazing when we
as it
play them on
lies,
the show.
no matter where it lands. Plus, no load times between holes shaves up to 15 minutes off your round. We've got
What?
world courses and epic fantasy experiences. I mean, look at that.
You just mentioned that as a feature, but now you've just told me that any of the previous golf games included 15 minutes of fucking loading time per
I don't
round.
know. I don't know.
It connects our games to the heartbeat of sport.
Cutting 15 minutes of loading time out of a round of golf should not have been a feature that you mentioned with pride.
Yeah.
That should be something you mention with your head.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, he said no loading times cuts out 15 minutes out of your play time.
Ultimate Teams are the most popular way to play across all of EA Sports, and we're committed
Even
to
if it is
ensuring
across
a safe
18 holes,
and
that's
secure
ridiculous.
play environment.
That means like
So no matter your
1
sport,
minute of
A
loading
minute.
between a
it will be
hole.
fun and fair
That's worse than
for
Bloodburn.
we want you to get the most out of your game. So this
That's
year, we're gonna make
hilarious.
you a better player. If you're new to EA Sports, we want to get you in the game.
45 seconds per
Considering
hole.
that like GTA, you can just drive across an entire fucking like state, it feels like, with no loading times,
Holy
and play
mono.
golf at the same time
Wrist shot.
Yeah.
in GTA.
Here in Madden NFL, we've got training right in the game. There's even on-screen help to get you the skills and game knowledge to get right in.
Out of all of them,
So,
Madden
let's
continues
move
to
on
look the
to our
most
next big
interesting,
game.
like
Here is
in terms of
NBA
a
Live
party
executive
game.
Producer, Sean
somehow.
O'Brien. Thank you, sir.
Basketball is a game of self-expression. NBA superstars constantly amaze me with their flair, both on and off the court.
I guess
Now check out
so.
that outfit. And you know what?
What?
NBA
Check out
Live
that
16
outfit.
is rooted in self-expression.
He's talking about self-expression.
This comes to
Huh.
life in both how you look and how you play.
What an
So that
outfit.
your entire in-game journey is all about you. And it's made possible through a feature set requested by basketball video game
I still
players.
don't think it's all
because
about
we make it a
self-expression.
priority to
These
listen to you.
graphics are looking a bit better than the
And what
hockey
you see
ones.
today is a direct result of that.
The shallow
It
depth of
starts
field
with
helps
self-expression off the
add
court.
to
But the
The
brand
crowd
new
looks-
features are exclusive
That's-
Game Face HD
that was looking a
scanning
lot
tech.
better than
And I want to show
yeah.
you
uh,
just how easy
the
it
NHL
is
game
and
is
how
looking.
good you're going to look in game. Now we've got our NBA
The
Live
crowd looks
community
crappy.
manager, the Hoop God, here to help you. Come on up here, Hoop God. Where are you? There you are.
Remember the 2K, I think, from 2 years ago when they showed a guy celebrating and his mouth was all black inside? And everybody's like, and they presented it as like great graphics, and we were all like, why was his mouth so black?
Here you go. Here's the
Weird.
app. I'll hold your hat for you.
Who's this guy?
Oh, it's right there. So you can see he's trying to fill his face in this circle
Oh, you can
right
put
there.
yourself in?
Press
No
the camera
way.
gut. That's right. Slowly to the right,
Okay.
back to the middle,
It's
and now
Hoop
to the
God.
left.
Who's Hoop God?
And that's it. So what's happening right now, the app is actually generating a scan. It takes about 5 seconds.
Okay, I'm interested to see
It's
if
going
it.
to generate a preview for us.
He had
that's
like
right.
lots
Here
of
we go.
lighting
Let's
on
take a
one
look.
side and dark on the other. How did it even it out?
Just like me.
There you go.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You're going to fix the ball spot, though, right?
Oh yeah, we'll take care of that in game. Don't worry about it. We got you. NBA Live 16 hits the street September 29th.
Was that-
And this app will be available before the game launches.
So, get ready to get yourself fresh, people just like me. The Hoop God.
All right, Hoop God, thanks for your help.
All right, man.
Get out of here. So in just a few minutes, the HD scan brings you to life in the game just like the NBA stars. Hoop God scanned himself last week so we can all see what he looks like in game.
So
Pretty hot.
if
If
it
you've ever
then
wanted to be in a video game, trust me.
like it was either
Game
fake
Face HD is the easiest and best way to get it done.
because he had
And you'll
lots of
only
light on one
find
side or
it
shadow
in
and shadow on
NBA
the other
Live.
side, or it compensates
Now,
for
once
that
you're
and
in
knows
game,
because it
you'll
knows
be
that
able to
everybody might not
express
do it in a
yourself any
perfectly
way you
lit
choose.
room.
Yeah.
As you
And it
progress,
evens
you'll
out the
use
lighting
global XP
because
earned from
you'd,
across the
it
entire
would look
game
weird in
to
game
up
if
your
like your
swag
character's
and
running down the
improve your
court with
skill set.
lots of light on one side and dark on the
Now
other. It
let's
wouldn't
take a
make
look at
sense.
self-expression on the court. We are
I'm going with
You guys are guessing fake?
They did this, 2K did this last year, and it didn't work apparently.
First,
Somebody else says it works good sometimes. I used it for NHL. Why didn't we know about this? That would have been awesome to play on the show with the guys. Put ourselves all in the game. All play on one team again.
And paired with runtime physics, this
The Vancouver Fist.
The Vancouver Fist. I was trying to remember what it was called.
Just clump up and move the puck.
Keeps you in control of your player's movement. You won't.
It was the greatest strategy ever.
This will truly free your game. Second, completely
This is
rebuilt
looking
house
okay.
systems
A lot better
will
than
allow you to
previous
distribute the ball
ones. Well, not a lot better,
when
but
and where
like
you want with touch passing and dribble handoffs.
a bit.
This gives you never
I mean,
seen
this is the
before
first.
options to move the ball around the perimeter. Next, let's take a look at the pick and roll. It's the
It feels like it
bread and
might
butter
be
of
the
today's
first
NBA. And in these situations,
true next gen
NBA Live 16 gives you the type
sports
of control you've
games
been
this year,
asking for.
because technically the last ones
Screen
came
and
out on this
rescreen.
gen, but it didn't
Choose
feel like
whether
they
the
developed
screener
them for it.
Yeah.
Like it was like
pops,
they were
or
kind of
slips.
still last gen.
Now you can choose how you defend it by showing, trapping the ball, or even switching. Finally, our players have also told us that they want more control when shooting the basketball. We've created a new shot system that gives you full control to release
The movement
ball
looks
when
pretty
you
smooth.
want.
It's a little jerky here and there,
So
but
the longer
that's one of
you
the biggest
actually hold the
challenges in
button
sports
press,
games
the
is
later you'll release,
making your
giving you
characters' moves
complete
not look
control
like
of
they're
your
going
shot
from like
in situations
Yeah.
all over the court. We've never had
Look
this
at the
level
audience,
of gameplay
though.
control before.
well, they've kept
So
them
for
kind of
those of
blurred
you under
out.
three, please
Yeah.
come by
I think
and check
that's a
it
good
out.
idea.
You really
I
Like,
think so too.
don't put
It still
power
doesn't
into
look great though.
These new
Yeah,
controls
well-
change
Like
the
their
game.
legs,
Yeah.
their legs are
And
just
later
like
this summer,
Yeah.
we'll
little
be revealing a new game mode. Let's
sticks.
just say we're committed to delivering a reliable and stable place to play basketball online with your friends. It's time to rise together.
I still think that like
Now
sports
let's
games
take a
should
look at our
be
trailer
way more
featuring footage captured
physics-based,
entirely from
way
the
more
game.
ragdolling and like physically knocking into each other. I think that's the future of sports video games is extremely advanced collision physics.
Yeah. I
Imagine
wanna
characters
play-
knocking off each other and body parts going like depending on how you hit.
Yeah.
These guys all still kind of look like they're in their own individual animations, except for when they get tied up. That was obviously created, but
Yeah. I want to play as the Globetrotters.
oh yeah, shit.
Oh,
blah blah
yeah.
blah 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 blah
One
blah
thing I
blah.
also like, I don't know if the other games did this at all, but it looks like the clothes aren't attached to the body, like they actually
They're
move
actually flowing
independent.
now?
Yeah.
Which is nice. Yeah,
It is
I have
way
to
too
say,
late.
I'd have to be reaching to say that I thought it looked bad. Unlike previous years, where it was easy to say that it looked bad.
I think it's getting better.
Let's talk about mobile. It's the single
Boo!
biggest gaming platform in the world. The sheer appetite for mobile games is staggering. Last year, we downloaded our games more than 750 million times across our consumers.
Get the fuck
That's
out!
2 million times a day in more than 235 countries and territories. Most impressive, this
He's
year,
booing
players
everything.
have
He's not
already
booing
logged
anything
more
in
than
particular.
Yeah, booing it all.
400,000 views
It's just fun to boo everything.
And we're always making our games more exciting. With Need for Speed No Limits, we're pushing smartphones and tablets
Wow.
further than ever.
That's-
Also inspired by new devices.
That was really good looking.
FIFA 15 Ultimate Team mobile players are obsessed with building squads, so we made it easy for them to manage their auctions right from their Apple Watch. We're delivering the amazing franchises you love most. From
What is
Madden
Sims
to The
Free Play?
Simpsons
What is
Tapped
this
Out.
Simpsons
But
Tapped
that's
Out?
not all. I'm excited to announce that
What
later
is
this year,
Bejeweled?
we're bringing you
Never
a
heard of
brand
it.
new CCG role-playing game, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We believe
Oh my
this
god,
is the Star
another
Wars game mobile
CCG.
players have been waiting
Everybody
for.
wants to get on the
More
Hearthstone.
characters you know and
What's
love.
CCG?
From the
Card?
pre-played
like
Collectible card
and
game.
classic
Collectible card
trilogies to the Clone
Oh
Wars
my
and more.
God.
It's a massive game that spans the entire Star Wars universe. You can collect.
Hearthstone is
battle,
just
and
it
dominate
opened every
with your
company's
favorite
eyes.
Star Wars characters and ships.
And it's just one more
And
like
finally, let's
black
welcome
mark
Mike
on Magic the
Rasmussen
Gathering. That
to show you
Magic
Oh my
tried
God,
to
yeah.
bring a
Of
digital
Minions
version for so
Paradise.
long and it nobody noticed.
Yeah.
Hearthstone comes out, everybody wants to make their own version.
Yeah.
Few characters in the world are as delightfully flawed and truly original as the Minions. I mean, seriously, Who has not dreamed of having an army of these little guys? Well, through an unprecedented creative partnership with Illumination Entertainment, we're bringing that fantasy to life. Minions Paradise is a builder game that introduces you to Phil, a sweet yet subversive minion who's exclusive to the game.
Hand up too.
Hide your bananas! The minions are on the vacation of their lives. And what fun! There's Charlie and his balloon animals. Barry and his famous
Wait a minute.
burritos.
Okay, yeah. Oh, shit.
His delicious cakes.
Do you know what I almost just did?
What?
I was about to say, wait a minute, what are these guys doing in an EA conference and not Ubisoft?
Hey, Phil, maybe you
I actually went
Holy
there
shit.
without even thinking about it.
Wow.
That's how shameless it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Phil, look what you've done. Your buddies are furious that you've ruined their awesome vacation. You better do something quick. I think you'll need to do a little more than that.
All right, let's take
Oh,
a look
no.
at the game. Hi, Phil. First things first, what paradise would be
This
complete
is-
without a tiki lounge? And Phil loves his tiki lounge. Check it out, Phil. Now, the tiki lounge becomes a focal point for the game, where you get quests and check in on Phil and his progress. Maybe this will help him win over his pals.
I don't think this is the conference
well,
to
here come
show
Phil's
this.
buddies, but they're still angry.
Because,
Phil better
okay, it's a
act
video
quick.
game.
So he gets the party started with some coconut drinks. But
But
now he's out of
E3
coconuts. Hey, Phil,
like,
send your
you're
buddies
going
out
to-
for more.
I would
What could
hazard
go
to say
wrong,
that
right?
not showing this at E3
Well, with the
would have
minions,
gotten
pretty
them
much
just
anything
as
can go
many
wrong.
users
We
of this
always
app
want you to be surprised and delighted
as if
by
they
the
had.
trouble the minions get into.
Yeah.
They didn't need to show this and take up E3 time.
And we worked hand in hand with
Because
Illumination
think
to
about it,
create
how many
these
people who are going to play this,
moments that
download the
make
Minions
people
game to
come
play
to
on their
life.
iPad for their kids,
Are watching
are
E3.
watching E3 right now? None.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking cares. And how many people watching E3 are watching this and being like, oh god, yeah!
Every minion
Yeah.
needs.
None.
Like
I
throwing
mean,
stars
maybe
or
1%
swamp grenades.
tops.
And you'll explore the island to
It's
find
just a
new
waste of
activities
time.
to keep your minions' vacation going, like this water slide.
They're showing off that they have the
Or
license.
fishing, which quickly
Then
goes
make a
haywire
mention of it.
when an
We
alligator
saw
stabs
other
the bait
IPs
and
mentioned
your water skiing.
way more briefly than this. Hell, they've spent
We
less
give
time on
you a
Star
blank
Wars so
canvas
far.
to create your own Minions Paradise, and we can't wait for you to play this later this year. With endless surprises and chances to play with your minions, this is a vacation you'll never forget. And that's Minions Paradise. Thank you.
What a waste of time.
Aw.
Yeah, that was kind of. I feel bad for him too, because I mean, he probably agrees. He probably knows this isn't the right venue.
And I'm sure they've worked really hard on it.
Yeah, I'm sure they have, and I'm not like, lambasting the effort. It has a market. It's just the wrong place.
In my feet.
The same as TV was the wrong place to talk about. I mean, E3 was the wrong place to talk about TV features.
Oh, cute kid. It's a white t-shirt.
An entire nation.
Ah, it truly is the beautiful
It has
game.
the power to take our breaths away, to make us laugh, cry, and rejoice. I've scored over 1,000 goals. The only player to win 3 World Cups. Voted Player of the Century.
That's
My
Pele?
legacy? To be
He's
the
my
man
favorite player, and I didn't even know what he looked like.
more moments of
Pele,
beauty
Pele.
than anybody else. Will my beauty ever be matched?
Hey, I wonder how the FIFA women's
We
worked.
will see.
Ended.
That was, could you imagine Gretzky making a speech like that? He said at the end, will my ability ever be matched? We will see. Could you imagine Gretzky making a speech like that?
He's the great one.
He never says stuff like that.
No.
He never talks about his ability and being like unmatchable. Pele! Pele! Pele!
Oh, it's still going? Oh, I'd like to venture out.
What?
someday. The FIFA women's stuff is still going on. It's happening in Vancouver.
Oh yeah?
It just felt like it was over.
So nobody's watching it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coming in.
Until July.
Can you believe it? So I've got a really sore face. We've been spending a bit of time chatting, and my face has been grinning too much. Anyway, we wanted to get you here because you've got some amazing stories to tell. And you told me
that is kind of funny. He has a brown mic, and he has
when you went to New York and how you coined
Oh yeah, that's how they sell them on. Like you can get them in skin tones.
No.
It's the whole purpose of them.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is to get them to. In fact, they probably could have got a slightly darker one for them.
I feel like they should have.
They come in like a huge range, like because they're specifically designed to blend in.
We started to promote the soccer in the United States. I come from New York Cosmos. And then
that's the downside to them. It looks like a wart.
Yeah.
It blends in too well. So
the American football there, and then some players say, "Oh, this is a beautiful game." I say, "No, the beautiful game, the jogo bonito, is soccer. Soccer is jogo bonito. American football."
He just said soccer.
Then I say, American football is too much bumpy, too much stronger. Soccer is more intelligent. I started to tease my friends from New York. Then that's the reason I say the jogo bonito.
Oh, he played in the US for years.
The beautiful game. It's a beautiful.
So I wanted everyone to hear that story because for me it's an amazing tale about.
So
how that
Pele
phrase kind
says
of came about
soccer
to represent football
in order
soccer.
to make it more clear what he's talking
really
about.
to kind of take that
So fuck
idea
all
of the
y'all.
expression
That's my
and
boy.
flair from the game of football and put it into FIFA, which is what the team have been working on this year. But the other thing I really wanted to ask you about is when you think about those moments, those beautiful moments.
He actually does have a bit of a Morgan Freeman quality about him.
Think about recent matches.
Makes me want Morgan Freeman to wait. No, he's about younger than Morgan Freeman, so Morgan Freeman shouldn't play him.
We have to be very careful when you see the game, when you was in the game.
Yeah.
Because when you stay in the game, as I have my 25 years there, lot of emotion.
I just call it round kiki ball.
I think I told you about the. I score a lot of goal bicycle. It's a beautiful bicycle kick. You know.
See
when you dribble one.
Pele's a big deal. This would be like Gretzky coming out to talk about a hockey game.
Difficult goals who I scored in my life.
Don't talk.
Was the penalty kick.
Like, don't have him talk about football. He's talked about football everywhere else. Have him come out. I mean, soccer. Shit. Have him come out and talk about the game. Have him, like, genuine talk about the game, not ad copy. Get him out and talk about his experience with video games.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to the E3 crowd.
Yes,
like,
it really would be.
My bicycle, beautiful goal. Then was a penalty kick.
Wayne Gretzky is Gretzky we're always talking about.
But it was more difficult.
Fuck you, Doublefinger. He's trolling.
In my life.
I hope so.
Because I put the ball in the mark. Then I start, oh my God, I cannot miss. I cannot miss. It was a penalty kick. But it was more difficult for me.
Yeah, this is
this
is sliding E3 or EA into like last place. Again, I think that in the right venue, there's nothing wrong with this story at all.
Idea of depending on the situation or the
and he's a legend, like one of the greatest legends in sports, period.
It can be a single moment or it could be everything strung together.
Depending on the moment. For example, I have in my career.
But this is just wrong place.
For example, my
so it's kind of like two wrong place.
16 years old to 17.
Yep.
Segments for EA.
We're having a quiet, like, little chat with Pele on stage now in the middle of your fucking press conference. Like,
and it was, everything in
this is
us,
rough.
You know, even when we traveled to Sweden, you know,
this is the equivalent of a car coming in, but at least that was brief during the Microsoft conference. What was they saying in the Twitch thing? Saying that car at the Microsoft thing got in the way. So once it was, before it came down, everybody was fine. But once it came down, there was a large portion of the audience who couldn't see the screen for the rest of the conference.
No,
yeah,
really?
A bunch of people sitting behind it like had to like go like this to see stuff from then on.
Ouch.
That was one thing they didn't think about, was all the people seated there.
was the different
Logistics,
moment,
man. You wouldn't think like, okay, bring the car down,
So I think we could
sit
probably
people in all these different areas and make
Yeah.
sure they can still see.
You talk about beautiful moments. This is a really beautiful moment for me personally. Thank you so much for coming here. I'm sure everyone is amazed by this. Thank you.
Like, they wouldn't even bring up Miyamoto and talk to him that long on stage during a Nintendo conference, you know, and he's in video games.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make sense to set the tone down that much for somebody who's not even talking about video games.
But, you know, we do have to actually get on and start to talk about the beautiful game in FIFA 16.
Oh, video games? What?
It's always been the soul of FIFA. This year, obviously, we want to innovate across the entire pitch. We have tons of innovations in our gameplay this year, but we also want to help you compete at a higher level and also give you new ways to play. And each of these massive pillars within the game has been built with the millions of FIFA fans out there in mind. So,
Holy
let's
shit,
get to
that
the
crowd
pitch
looks good.
and see the most balanced FIFA yet. When playing the game, you want confidence in defense. You want to be able to defend with purpose and backbone. So in FIFA 16,
This is,
all new defensive agility gives you the mobility you need to track skilled players, especially when they're on the break. And teams really win when they defend as a unit. So this year, you'll have better
I feel like the compression's
defensive
gotten a
shape
bit
on
worse
the
since
pitch
the beginning, so
help
it's hard
break
to
down
tell.
attacks and counter-attack when you win the ball.
You see aliasing?
And in the middle of the
No, if I
pitch,
just
you'll
see,
control
like,
the midfield, the
graphical improvement at all from last year.
Interception intelligence
I feel like it might be a little bit more of an improvement than previous year's improvements,
passing with purpose lets you play
but it's
sharp
still
passes
minimal.
to slice through defenders.
Have you noticed that they've been saying what's
Considered
coming
build-up
up?
through the midfield,
Yeah,
with more
especially during
options than
sports
ever before.
segments, almost to say, like,
And in the final third,
there's
you
still a
want
reason to keep
more
watching,
moments of
everybody.
Magic, more skills, better dribbling, all so you can create menacing attacks. And sometimes the best touch is the one that you don't take.
Whoa, these graphics
So we
are
pass
awesome,
the
but I don't
movement of
understand why they're
today's
not
best
wearing
player
team
to
colors.
bring you no-touch dribbling. Free yourself from the ball to buy time. Create separation and blow by your defender, just as Messi does when he's at his best. It's near limitless creativity and changes the game profoundly. And when you're in on goal, clinical finishing helps you create those wow moments only FIFA can
Does the game have built-in corruption and bribing?
box, from sideline to sideline, we're innovating across literally every inch of the pitch, so you can play your way.
Can you fake injuries?
I think
We're
you
giving
can.
the
Can you
ability
guys?
to
Can
compete
you
at a
take
high
dives in
level.
the game, guys?
Whether you're new to FIFA or play every season, FIFA Trainer will help dial up your game no matter your level. The controller language you see here on screen will change.
Whoa,
as
why
you
does this
move
look
around
so
the pitch
horrible?
And bring you options sure
this
to help
Oh, this
you
looks
better defend,
horrible. Is this
make
the?
better passes,
Is
and
this like a
hopefully
mini
score
game
more
they're
goals.
releasing on mobile?
And this year,
What the
finally,
fuck was
That
that?
was weird.
Why did that
new
look
way to
so
play.
abysmal
For
suddenly?
the first time ever in the FIFA franchise, women's
I think that was
teams
the
are in
actual
game.
gameplay there. I think
No
everything.
dives.
We've been working on this. for
What?
years,
You can't
and
take a
it's the
dive
level
when,
of
like,
authenticity that FIFA's known for, thanks to our
30%.
motion capture technology and our body and facial scanning.
Oh, they added
And our
women.
gameplay
Is this the
engine
first time with
physics
women?
give us the right platform
I
to
don't
build
know,
out, create
hasn't
specific models and animations specific to the best
there been
female
one other
athletes
thing
in
that
the
has
world.
women?
It's huge
It's a
news for the
FIFA trainer
franchise and
that
something
what we.
myself
No, that it
and
was
the FIFA
actual
team
gameplay
are
before.
immensely proud
That
of.
looked fucking awful.
about
So once again,
experience across
all
the
this
whole
stuff,
game.
even in the NBA
Innovation
stuff, is I think is the
across the
between match
complete
cinematic replays.
No, seriously?
And I think the amount of gameplay we've actually seen has
Has been that one little
that
segment.
one little segment. I think that you can apply that to all the previous sports games. Everything we're judging here is the in-between replay segments where they up the graphics for the replay.
Huh.
Was on stage with me about 3 minutes ago. How crazy is
NHL has had women for years now?
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Nice.
that? Now, to commemorate
Oh,
this
cool.
huge moment, along with Pele and our friend Leo Messi, we're dropping a special item into the account of all our loyal FIFA 15 Ultimate Team players. So go check it out at the end of the press conference. And let's
So
take
yeah,
a
I
look
think
at the beautiful
that
game
we
in
saw
FIFA
some
16.
NFL graphics of in-game with because it showed the pass buttons and it looked okay, but that soccer footage looked shit.
The game played by the entire planet. The game that brings us together. The game made up of many faces. But the beauty is in the moments. Powerful. suspenseful.
Anyways, what I was gonna say, there's no flop button in the game, and yet, like, any soccer I watch on TV involves, like, at least a half hour of flopping. And time completely wasted with just injuries being fake.
For as much beauty as I have experienced.
It does seem really weird to actually not have dives.
To have a soccer game without dives just makes no sense. Do soccer fans like to pretend dives don't exist or something? Or like, do soccer fans buy in?
We really aren't soccer fans.
Do soccer fans buy into the dramatics?
I'm sure some people actually do get hurt, but there's lots of dives.
Wow, this is getting rough. What's going on
No,
here?
we hate them. We know diving exists. No, dives are stupid. We know they're a thing. Technically, diving is not allowed.
But it's every injury is a dive. I don't think I've seen an authentic injury in.
Oh no, there totally are authentic injuries.
I don't think I've seen one.
Twitch stream is buffering too, so don't
Okay,
worry.
thanks. Thanks for letting me know.
Thanks, Nilani. I think it was
FIFA
Nilani.
16. Play beautiful.
Not every injury. Maybe I've gotten like lucky or unlucky, but I feel like I haven't seen an authentic injury in soccer. So this is going on Twitch too?
What would life be like if we willingly gave away our privacy? What would our world look like if there were no governments, only corporations? Who would save us from our oppressors, from ourselves? Could a young girl without any superpowers be a catalyst for change?
Aww, you're so cute.
These are questions.
Oh, is that the character?
The little Mirror's Edge character.
Whoa, offline? Twitch just went offline? Uh-oh. Yeah, Twitch went offline. Even the Twitch chat for Twitch TV is like going nuts.
What you guys have been waiting for.
Wow.
Too. Oh no.
Why did it have to go out on this of all things?
Faith is her name, yes. YouTube is live now.
I can't stream
YouTube is
I
live,
mean,
yeah.
like, it's technically the same thing, but fuck it.
I'm sure it'll come back.
It's technically still the same conference, so fuck it. Why can't I hear it? That's weird.
Is it because the audio
There are no
doesn't?
loading
Oh,
screens.
I got it.
You are truly free roam. Fluid movement and combat in first person. Running free in a beautiful, massive city. Experiencing the rise of faith.
again.
This is her origin story. And for those of you here at E3, you can come by and play for yourself at the EA booth.
She said no load
Here's
screens.
the world premiere of
Cool.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst, captured fully in engine, coming February 23rd, 2016.
Our first look at Mirror's Edge.
Every new day holds a promise.
So we're gonna get like a little bit of an origin story for her.
A productive employee is a happy employee. Anyone can rise to high caste level. Your possibilities are infinite. Personal freedom comes at a price. Be wary of policy breakers in our midst.
Faith, are you there?
Had a run-in with Kruger, but I got something for it.
I'm taking her out.
The sound is so good.
Yeah, yeah.
It adds so much power to her hits. I know Twitch is back up. Yes. No, I know.
Stop her!
I don't like what's coming, Faith. This city is changing, and not for the better.
Is that Morgan
Unless,
Freeman?
Of course, we stop it.
I can't tell if that was Morgan Freeman voice or a fake Morgan Freeman voice.
Save us all.
So they didn't show us much, but what they did show us was that Mirror's Edge is going to be slightly less stylized and more detailed and realistic, kind of.
2010 NFL Draft.
All right, now I can
The New
switch.
England Patriots select.
Uh-oh, you see my desktop. Don't read into anything that was on my desktop.
Why didn't you warn me that there was stuff on your desktop you didn't want seen?
I forgot you were using my computer for it.
And way to call super attention to it.
Shit.
Be sure to go back and see what there was on her desktop.
Just a little bit of porn.
For Madden NFL.
As if
Sean,
the
that was
only
a
time the
great
Twitch stream
example
fucks up
of
is
how
then.
The New England
That's
Patriots
insane.
drafted the right players in the right round and the right playmakers.
You didn't seem to be
build their
paying much
current
attention to the
Super
Mirror's
Bowl
Edge. You seemed
championship
concerned
team.
about
Hi, everyone. I'm
the
Robert
Twitch
Flores. I'm
stream.
host of ESPN2's
Okay, I didn't see
Fantasy
much
Football
reaction
Now.
from
And
you.
spending time on the set all these years, I've learned two things. One, my hair looks great on the big screen, and that 40 million fantasy sports fans out there would say that their favorite part of playing fantasy football is the ability to draft their own team.
We've got something really exciting for those fantasy fans. It's called Draft Champions, and it's a brand new way to get the fantasy draft experience every day. Now, Draft Champions puts you in your own personal war room, starting your playmaker journey off the field. We built this mode for both our Madden players.
So who's
and the
winning
fantasy
anyways?
fanatics who love
Twitch
the
or
excitement
YouTube
that
for
comes
E3
with
coverage
drafting
this
a
year?
fantasy team.
Well, I'd say
And
probably
mobile
YouTube
players,
now.
Don't sleep on
YouTube.
This. It's a great reason to check
I
out
saw
the
that the
console
Twitch
experience.
stream had about 100,000 people watching. How many people are watching the YouTube? Do they have their numbers up?
But what really sets Draft Champions apart is the fun,
YouTube by miles? Like how much then?
You're going to get 3 players to choose from in each round, so every draft is exciting and different. It's all about interesting decisions and how you choose to build your team. Now, Robert, we recorded
was
you earlier. We got your final 3
300,000.
rounds of your draft. All right,
So how many does YouTube have?
Expert handled it. All right.
Jeff
So
Keighley's
I see
doing a
right
great
away
job.
You're still short
I'm
of
just
quarterback.
looking.
You haven't upgraded
Oh,
yet.
okay.
YouTube
YouTube doesn't have the
What I do in
numbers.
real
All right.
fantasy football, I'll wait.
So
on
nobody
getting
knows
a
if YouTube's
quarterback.
beating
I
them.
wanted a defensive back, DRC, a new member of the New York Giants. I went with
Okay.
him.
Okay, that's a great
261,000 watching on YouTube.
In that late round. This next round is
Another says
probably your most
2.5
difficult.
million on
A lot of great
YouTube.
players on the board.
Huh.
What would you decide here?
Absolutely. Look, any fan would love to get
I just
Jamal
need,
Charles,
okay,
Walker,
my next
Russ,
investment,
Speed
my
on
next
their team,
Patreon
and
goal
then
is
you
my
got
own
JJ
computer to
Watt, the
Google
rated
things
defensive
for
player of the year
myself.
on their
No
defensive
shit,
line. But I don't know how you turn down the best receiver in the league.
And
for my
like
money.
the show going into the future will just be me pausing gameplay or showing trailer to look up things on my own when I need to know.
Not a bad pick. All right, in this final round, legends all over the board here. We all love legends. What'd you decide?
Well, look, you got the obvious quarterback choice there, but you got
Snarf,
the Hall of Famers. You got Derrick Brooks
248,000 watching
and
on
John Randall.
YouTube. Okay.
Exceptional defenders, but in the end, I needed that quarterback, so I go Randall Cunningham. He's got the big arm and the perfect fit to throw that ball downfield to Megatron. So I went with Randall Cunningham.
Looks like a really solid draft there. A good team. If not a little lucky with that quarterback coming in the final round. Worked out well. All right, once you've nailed the draft, this is where Madden takes fantasy to another level. Instead of passively watching the guys you draft these
So
play,
what's going on
you
here?
get to be the playmaker on the field. You play with your team solo or go online
Football?
and challenge other players to see how your draft and your game stack up. And once you've completed your mini season, you'll be back at the drafting board to start a whole new run.
Specifically,
One quick experience,
drafting
something
is
you
a
can frankly do
new
in a night.
thing.
That is awesome.
They didn't have
Very cool.
drafting
I know
before?
where a lot of fantasy fans and fantasy football players this season will be spending their time.
All right, well, we couldn't agree more. Robert, we appreciate you being out here as the fantasy expert voice today. Let's give a big round of applause for Robert Flores.
This was outstanding. Thank you very
Boo.
much.
That was cute.
Why?
He's like a fantasy
today's
football
NFL is a
guy,
passing league.
apparently. from
We've
what
overhauled
I
the entire passing
grasped in
game.
that last second.
Whether you're Odell
Boo.
Beckham Jr. making a gravity-defying catch or Patrick Peterson intercepting the ball for a game-winning touchdown, playmakers dominate the passing game on both
What about
sides of the
Kevin
ball.
Pillar
So
doing
we
a big
focused on three
interception?
key positions: quarterbacks,
I
receivers,
feel like he doesn't work.
I only know
football
one
games.
team in one game of sports.
New body
So show me
development
them.
give you the chance to lead your tall receivers high above
And
the
I'm 3
defender's
games
reach.
behind on them, so
Or
fucking
throw
hurry up,
on a
E3.
pull route to wall off the defender, protecting both the ball and your receiver. As an example, if Russell Wilson would have used the body
Show me
relative low
actual
throw to end the
gameplay
Super Bowl,
instead of the
we'd probably be
replays.
referring to the Seahawks, the two-time defending champs.
Wow, that confetti is horrible.
Yeah,
It just looked like an
it really
overlay.
was.
They're one of the most
I
exciting
think
and
it
dynamic
was.
plays in any sport. As a receiver, you can now choose from one of
There's
Okay,
gameplay.
real gameplay for
To
a,
beat the
like a split
competition
second here.
and keep your
It looks
drive
much
alive.
jerkier. It seems like they smooth out the animations for the replays so that it looks cool,
Yeah.
Critical first down,
and they keep it jerky looking during gameplay to keep responsiveness up.
or run after catch.
But you know what?
Adjust your route so you can
Sports
attempt to
isn't
gain extra
responsive.
yards after the catch.
And maybe that's the next place to go with sports
Use an
games.
aggressive catch to
When
attack the
you
ball
are
at
a
its
player
highest
on the
point.
field and you want to like instantly go from facing this direction to this direction, you can't.
But don't worry, we didn't
You got to
In real
turn your
life.
body around.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's missing from the realism of sports games is everything, you're too responsive as a player.
Maybe.
Instead of just the ball. You can make it
They looked like they had done an okay job of it in this. Whenever you're running out to get a pass, you run out and make a cut. It kind of looked realistic. Like watch him.
But again, no,
Oh,
but I
no.
said I think they smoothed this out because these are the replay shots.
Yeah.
This isn't in-game.
Okay.
Well, it's in-game engine, but it's the replay.
You'll start your playmaker journey off the field in this exciting new fantasy-inspired mode. You'll have your first
It would be a
chance to
challenge
preview
to
the
make
playmaker both on and
make
off
a
the
game
field
where
right here
you
at
move
E3,
realistically and it
or for
still
those of you at
feels
home
good
when the game
because.
launches on August 25th.
But that's how the human body goes.
Take a
It's
look
like
at the official
you
Madden
have to
can-
wait for your body to make the moves you want.
You're running and you can do a foot plant and turn, but it does take a second to foot plant and run.
Yeah. In real life, it's like my brain obviously goes way faster than my body can go. It's like, man, that ball's coming at me. Fucking throw your arm out there.
Is that how your brain works?
Well, yeah, but in a video game, it's all of a sudden like your arm's just like
Yeah.
that. Where in real life, you're like, whoa.
Realistic might not be fun.
I think somebody could figure it out if challenged to do it, but EA's not challenged to do anything new. I think Rockstar's football game was kind of like that though. We should play it sometime. It was like all physics based.
Oh, interesting.
Backbreaker was what it was
Okay.
called.
Did you guys play that? I loved that game.
Through my decade and a half in this industry,
Boo!
that every once in a great while, you can
Retire!
get of something special. This is one of those
I like
moments.
his suit jacket.
In the past 2.5
I actually like
years,
this guy, I
we've put
think.
some of
I
EA's
kind of remember
greatest
some
talent
good
and
moments
most
from him in the
advanced
past.
technology together with one of the most beloved sagas of our time. As we seek
Star
to
Wars
create
is coming up
something
next.
that millions of fans around the world will love. The passion, creativity, and dedication come from our DICE studio in Stockholm. The technology is EA's own Frostbite game
Star
engine.
Wars.
And the game is, of course, Star Wars Battlefront.
Is everybody out there excited for our Star Wars movie night coming inevitably this year? It has to. Like,
you've seen here
a new
today.
Star Wars movie's coming out this
Looking
year.
ahead, Frostbite will be at the core of even more EA games,
Oh god, it's gonna be
including
horrible.
experiences for mobile devices.
I'm not gonna grasp
maybe
anything.
They seem to
one
be
day,
excited.
Even VR.
Or they're excited
Right
for the
now, the
Solar's
sophistication of
exited.
Frostbite
Said I'm
is
exited.
bringing a galaxy far, far away to life like never before. In just a few moments, you'll see how tools like
Not
physically
6
based
films.
rendering,
It'll only be
new weathering
the
systems, and a technique called
episode 1,
photogrammetry
2, and 3.
are being used to
The
create
Jar Jar
an
ones.
incredibly detailed, immersive, and
4, 5, and
completely
6.
authentic
Yeah.
experience in Star Wars Battlefront. We're
Just
still
the
only
Jar Jar
beginning
ones.
to see
And
what
just
Frostbite
the Jar
can
Jar
truly
scene.
achieve.
Into a
But the
super cut.
results are completely stunning.
Jar Jar Marathon.
So let us show you, made by developers
Jar
that
Jar
love
Sega.
Star Wars, for fans that love Star Wars. Let's step into the world of Star Wars Battlefront.
It's Star Wars and I'm excited about it. And the stuff that comes before the trailer is still just filler.
Yeah.
I can talk over because he said nothing there.
I'm Sigurlína Ingvarsdóttir, and I have the awesome job of leading a talented, passionate team at DICE on Star Wars Battlefront.
Where are they
Like
from?
many
Dice?
of you, I can't remember a time when Star Wars wasn't a part of my life. And one of my earliest memories is of
Speedin'.
seeing a dark, ominous being
Cool.
that I was terrified of. That being, whose mask still has the ability to strike
Was young
fear in me,
Anakin.
is Darth Vader. I remember playing with the old action figures.
That's
or
fucking
attaching
cute.
a clothespin
That's her.
to a
Is that actually her?
to create
Oh, I thought this
a
was just
blaster
random
pistol
footage of a
so
kid.
that I
Oh,
could
that's
run around
really
shooting
fucking
lasers
cute.
She said I
at
remember
imaginary
playing with
stormtroopers.
whatever.
Wait, that
Today,
photo was
by far the
amazing
best place
to have come from
truly
her
lose
childhood.
yourself and interact with Star Wars
I think that was
is
a
video
kid.
games.
Some other
With Star
kid.
Wars
I think it was her.
We will immerse players in an incredibly authentic, visually stunning universe. And we've gotten amazing access
Wait.
from our partners at Lucasfilm.
Oh, they don't think it
opened
was
up
her
their
either.
sacred vaults to us so that we can recreate the props and locations from the original trilogy. When you fly in an X-Wing, it's the real X-Wing.
Well,
We
technically
will
a
give
virtual.
you the chance
but
to live
okay.
out the Star Wars battle fantasies you've always dreamed of, and we can't wait to see all
They're
of the
still
new
not showing us
memories you
much.
will create on your
They're
own.
showing us like what looks
have a
like
great
in-game
amount of
rendered, but like just
A variety
shots of props
multiplayer
and
modes that range from large-scale battles between 40 players all the way down to 8-player modes that deliver a
They're
more
showing it,
intimate
yeah.
experience between squads of rebel and Imperial
these
soldiers.
models are incredibly detailed
Have you
though.
ever
If these are
wanted
the
to fly
in-game
an
models.
X-Wing? Soaring above the skies, skimming the rims of canyons on Tatooine while you dogfight against a squad of TIE fighters? Or have you fantasized about being one of the most iconic
Holy
heroes
shit.
or villains in the Star Wars universe?
These models are
Wielding a lightsaber
detailed.
and using the Force, being the boss of a multiplayer match, and single-handedly turning the tide of an epic Star Wars battle.
So Luke's in this?
And if
Was
you
that
want
like a
to
Luke
multiplayer,
rendering? That
we
looked
have
like
Star Wars
Mark
Battlefront
Hamill.
missions where you
Like a
can
young
jump
Mark
into them and
Hamill.
play against AI, alone or with a friend, including split-screen co-op and
Luke,
one-on-one
I guess so.
battles.
Split screen co-op!
Now it's been 2 months since we revealed Star
Wow.
Wars Battlefront, and we've been amazed by the response. But if there's one thing that's come through loud and clear, is that you want to see gameplay.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to do right now.
The way they were setting it up made it look like they weren't going to show us any gameplay.
What we're about to show you today is Water Assault, one of our largest modes.
She just shows us still and makes sound effects.
Inspired by the Battle of the Empire Strikes Back. As the Empire, you must escort AT-AT walkers towards the Rebel base to destroy it. And as the Rebels, you must do everything you can to stop
Are you
them.
kidding me? We're
And
about to
while you
watch
see a
gameplay
lot
of the Hoth?
things that remind you of that iconic battle, when you play the game your way,
Oh,
anything is
this I'm
possible.
excited.
This was all captured on
Huh?
PlayStation 4.
It's how the Empire Strikes Back started. It was the battle on the snow area.
And the Rebels. Now,
One of my favorite
let's
parts of
play
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Because it was so, like, not what you thought Star Wars was going to start like. Because you thought it would only be space battles, but suddenly the X-Wings are flying around on, well, no, they didn't use X-Wings, but they're doing battles in, like, a snowscape. Holy shit. Oh, wow, this is pretty. Okay, I'm really excited now. Oh, please tell me that you'll see, like, Han trying to fix the Millennium Falcon at some point. During this whole scene in the movie, Han is trying to fix the Millennium Falcon because they need to evacuate, and all this shit's going on around him, and he's yelling at Chewie.
He's not
Oh
fighting.
my god!
Are you excited to show this to Deacon?
Yes? We gotta tweet him, tell him not to watch the EA shit, or just stay away. Because I feel like one of his asshole friends will send this footage to him or something.
Rebels just lost their uplink.
Okay, so are you playing on a team with tons of other players?
The bombers can't help us unless we protect the uplink. We can't do it without those highways. Come on! Walker!
How many people? Do you guys know?
I'll look down, you look up. Yes, Fraser. It said 4-player multiplayer.
4-player multiplayer. So 4v4? Oh!
40, I think?
Let's give them time. And we'll
Okay.
wait for a definitive one. You can watch this with me. We went from 4 to 40.
We must shut it down.
Oh, sweet. Are you... This is controlling the walker now. Imperial March comes over.
The music in Star Wars is...
Oh my god, this looks like fun. No! You motherfuckers! Fuck! Your fucking coverage.
Oh dear.
Fuck Twitch.
No, we like Twitch. That was bad timing though.
Almost there. It says a max allotment of 40 players. All right, I'm
Okay.
Okay. This is so cool. Oh my god. That sound is so iconic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so much fucking fun.
Rebel Y-Wings are making their attack run.
Ah.
That
So-
looks really fun.
The sounds are so fucking iconic. This is gorgeous too. Oh, cool! You're playing as one of those alien dudes. It's cool because like the Imperials are basically all humans, most of them clones, in fact. But the Rebels are made up of all kinds of species.
Oh, okay.
Because they're just the Resistance, right?
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Where?
Uh-oh.
No! Nice! Fucking... What? This didn't happen! This never happened!
Uh-oh.
This doesn't make sense!
Uh-oh.
The walker is exposed. Take it
Okay, that's epic. It's not canon, but that's fucking epic. That's...
Is this entire thing, Battlefront, not supposed to be canon?
Yeah, it looks like,
Then?
you know, it's a representation of the Hoth battle, but it's...
Star Wars Battlefront coming November 17th. That's our show for today.
He clearly wasn't
Here
dressed
in
for
LA,
the
we'll see you at
climate.
our booth where everything is hands-on and ready to play. If you're joining us on the web, visit livetoplay.ea.com where we'll have more behind-the-scenes content and stories. Thanks to all of our awesome teams, thanks to Palais, and thanks to all of you for joining us. Have a great show,
It comes out on
everyone,
Fraser's birthday?
and wherever you
Does it?
are, we hope you make some time to play. Thank you.
Well, that was interesting. So it seems that YouTube is kicking butt in stability and, well, I can't, maybe they've had any, they haven't been watching the whole time, but one thing you can say about YouTube is the frame rate is higher. Did you notice that? Anytime
I
we
did,
switched
actually.
to YouTube, it
Yeah.
was smooth.
Yeah, it was. Microsoft was really bad for that. I don't know if they were just working
Does
out
anybody know
kinks
if
or what.
it was Microsoft's fault for how bad their compression was and stuff, or was it? I don't think it's Twitch. It must have been Microsoft.
YouTube does 60 frames per second.
So does Twitch, though, and Twitch doesn't seem to be broadcasting E3 in 60 frames per second, which is interesting. Alex Albrecht showed up on the YouTube show. That's cool. Yeah, it sounds like YouTube has a much better show than Twitch. But over here, there's us.
Yeah. Actually, I think Twitch is doing a really bang-up job. Right?
Yep. The Twitch player can't handle 60 frames per second, so that's the issue, you think, Ilani, because they're still using Flash-based, whereas YouTube has switched to HTML5? That could be it. That could be it.
So we have half an hour before the next conference. Do you need to...
What? Twitch isn't cold-blooded, or Twitch isn't HTML5? We have a half hour?
Yeah.
It's
so
only
I encode.
I won't encode. It's only fucking EA. Who cares? Nobody's like chomping at the bit to see it.
What about that last little bit, yo?
Well, yeah, but it's not a big deal.
Do we need to text Deacon? I don't know where the phone is.
Whatever, we'll wait.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna take a break then. How long do we have?
3 o'clock is when Ubisoft is supposed to start.
All right, guys, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back with more after this. So stay tuned. We'll be rejoining with the Ubisoft conference when it's ready to go live.
Sweet.
Thanks for watching, guys.